Welcome to Literacy Adventures with Ali. Today's adventure is actually being made on demand. So many people have requested me to actually make a video about this. In case you want me to make a video about a certain topic that you are unsure about or want to learn more about, then let me know and I'll make a video for you. Today's video is actually about the art of public speaking. All of us have to speak in front of an audience sooner or later or at some point in our lives. Sometimes we have to do it regularly depending on what jobs we have. So in today's video, in today's adventure, I hope you are going to learn about how to beat all of your fears and speak confidently in front of an audience. Happy learning! If you want to know more about me, you can check out my bio in the About section of my channel. Or if you work in an institution and want me to conduct training sessions for your students or your staff, then you may contact me at the email address shown on the screen. You can also contact me if you want me to make a video on a particular topic for you. So let's start today's adventure, which is about the art of public speaking. Public speaking comprises two sections and two stages. Stage 1 is preparation, which is before the event, and stage 2 is execution of the public speaking itself on the day of the event. So let's start with stage 1 first, which is preparation. Remember, luck favors the prepared, and by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Winning can be defined as the science of being totally prepared. At the preparation stage, the very first thing that you need to do is know your audience. If you do not know what the age level or the background or the profession of your audience is going to be, then you cannot possibly prepare your speech accordingly. Remember to set goals for your speech. If you aim at nothing, then you will hit it every time. So make sure that you set proper goals as to what you want to convey, the message that you want to convey, how you want to convey it, and why is it important for you to include that particular information in your speech. The third step towards preparation is to research the topic well. Whichever topic you have been given or you have chosen yourself to speak about, make sure that you research the topic well. Try your best to include statistics and facts and figures to support your argument. The next step in preparation is to manage your time well. Usually at public speaking events, all participants are given a specific time frame to deliver their speech. Let's say if that you have been given 5 minutes to deliver your speech, then as and when you are rehearsing at home, time yourself on a stopwatch. Make sure that you don't go under time, nor do you go over time. The next step in preparation is to make an outline of whatever you want to say. Remember, do not write entire essays or paragraphs. Only jot down bullet points of what you want to say. Most importantly, please mind your language. Remember, you want your message to be conveyed to everybody in the audience. You are not speaking to a select few people. So keep your vocabulary simple and your language straightforward. While you are preparing your speech, make sure that you do not go off topic or off track. Remember, it's very simple to get excited easily and then start from one place and end at the other. But the sign of a good public speaker is that they speak on topic. The next step is to practice and rehearse as much as possible. When you are prepared, when you have practiced and you have rehearsed well, you are confident and you exude that confidence when you stand up on stage. The last tip for preparing that I can give you is that if it's a possibility, then do try to visit the venue. I understand that this might not always be possible for you to visit the venue beforehand, but if you do get the chance, then please avail it because there's nothing better than familiarizing yourself with the environment where you are expected to speak at a public event. It becomes really less intimidating. You are more relaxed, you're more aware of your surroundings, of where you're supposed to climb up the stairs onto the stage from, where you're expected to go down the stage from, where the people will be sitting, what the arrangement of the venue will be. It's really helpful if you are able to visit the venue beforehand. It is also advisable and helpful if you are able to check the mic, the multimedia projector, the screen, the lights, and everything else that you expect to work properly on the day of the actual event. So if you rehearse and prepare and visit the venue in advance and check all of these things beforehand, it would save you a lot of trouble on the day of the event. Now let's talk about stage two, which is execution of the speech itself. So now you have done all the preparation that was necessary in the first 9 steps that I've just shared with you, and now the actual day of the execution has arrived. The very first thing that you need to do is, especially if you are not a frequent public speaker, is to put your fears aside. Glossophobia is an actual fear of public speaking, but you must continuously tell yourself that the audience comprises normal human beings like yourself, and everyone makes mistakes. So even if you do make a mistake, it's not going to be the end of the world. And the audience only consists of human beings who are not there to judge you. Doing some deep breathing exercises before you get onto the stage is also a very helpful way of relaxing and calming yourself down before the actual performance. The next step is to start with a smile. You already win the audience over from the get go, from the beginning, when you start in a very pleasant way with a big smile on your face. Always remember to begin your speech by following proper introductory protocol. You need to greet and address seniors in the audience, superiors in the audience. Then, if it's a school event, you need to address the principal and teachers, and then your class fellows and schoolmates. If it's a proper official event, then the guest of honor, and the chief guest, and the keynote speaker, and so on and so forth. The next thing to do is to connect with the audience and keep them engaged. And there are many different strategies for keeping them engaged. You can make it interactive, ask them questions, look them in the eye, which we are going to discuss a little further, but make sure that you connect with the audience from the beginning. Otherwise, if you lose the audience, they will lose interest and then they are just going to sit there getting bored. The most important thing to remember when speaking in public is to improvise. I never recommend anybody to read out speeches from long sheets of paper because you completely lose the audience completely loses interest when someone is reading out of a paper because they are not there to listen to the news and you are not a news anchor. So there is no point in coming onto the stage, standing behind the podium, and then reading out from a paper. That's the worst thing that you can do as a public speaker. So the best thing to do is to jot down bullet points on a piece of paper just so you don't forget what you're supposed to talk about. And then you improvise in your own words on every single point in your own unique way. Also remember to watch out for filler words. Filler words are words which we use without even realizing that we are using them, the sounds that we make in between sentences. When sometimes we tend to forget what we are supposed to talk about, or we are unsure of what we are supposed to talk about, we make out sounds like um, uh, oh, and these are known as filler words. So try your best not to use filler words. Even if you tend to forget what you're supposed to speak about, just train your brain to remain quiet and not say, uh. The next important thing to remember is to watch your volume and your tone. If you are too loud, if you are too overconfident, if you are too disrespectful, then nobody will take interest in what you have to say. So remember to watch your volume. Don't be too loud, and at the same time, don't speak too softly either. I have actually heard public speakers who speak so softly that even the microphone can't help them. So don't speak too softly, don't be too loud, and at the same time maintain a respectful tone. Aside from maintaining a good tone, you also need to be very careful about your pace and your speed. You cannot speak too quickly and too fast, and you at the same time cannot speak too slowly and bore the audience to death. So remember that you maintain a moderate pace and speed of your words. The next best tip that I can give you is to look presentable and watch your body language. Remember, according to scientific research, 55% of the communication that we make and the reflection that we give of ourselves is based on our body language. 7% are the actual words that come out of our mouths, and 38% is voice and tone. We have already covered voice and tone. So let's talk about body language for a second. Take a look at the man in the picture. Does he look nervous? He most certainly does. But why? How from his body language can we gather that he is nervous and not confident? He's wiping sweat off his forehead. So that is a sign that he seems nervous. So don't do anything. Don't lean on the podium. Don't put your hands in your pant pockets. Don't sweat. Don't wipe off the sweat in front of everybody. These are small signs that show the audience that you are nervous, that you're unprepared, and that you are not confident. And you don't want to exude that on stage at all. So try to avoid all of these things. As far as looking presentable is concerned, remember you are standing and presenting yourself in front of a large group of people. So if you don't look presentable, you can't expect the audience to respect you. Because if you don't respect yourself, then you can't expect others to respect you. So please appear at public events where you are expected to speak in public in a very presentable way. Wear a nice tie or a suit or a dress pant and a dress shirt depending on the occasion, and look dapper and your best. So when you will be speaking on stage, you cannot expect the world to come to a complete standstill. So people will talk, they will turn around and whisper, someone will turn their head around and look back. Someone in that auditorium or room will come into the room, the doors will open, the doors will shut, people will walk down the aisles, someone's cell phone will ring, someone will cough. All of these are natural human behaviors which will take place while you are speaking on stage. But if you get distracted every single time something happens in that room, that you then you won't be able to focus on your speech and you won't be able to complete it in the desired way. So train yourself beforehand that all of these things will happen, might happen, and if they do, how you would react on that particular event, on that particular day, while you are speaking on stage. The next tip that I can give you is that it's okay to feel inspired by other people. I know a lot of people who watch a lot of YouTube videos of other people giving speeches, or they probably watch videos of famous international public speakers or politicians who are very famous for giving speeches, and then they try to mimic them in their own public speaking. So please remember that it's okay to feel inspired by others, but it's not okay to mimic and copy others. So please try to be yourself and exude your own personality and reflect your own persona. As long as you are inspired by others and you are reflecting your own personality, it's acceptable. But try not to copy others and be original. The last and the best tip that I can give you is to record your speech. Even if you record your speech during the rehearsal stage at home, every cell phone in the world these days has a recording camera, video camera. Record yourself speaking. You are your best critic. Nobody can tell you how to improve your speech other than yourself. So watch yourself speak, watch yourself stand, watch your body language, the way, the manner you speak in, the volume, the tone, the pace, the whole elo- elocution, your entire elocution. Watch it, observe it, and then make changes in everything, your mannerism and everything else yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure. Till next time, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.